Alright, you guys, this is chapter 8.2 and 8.3, part 1. These are the important formulas. Perimeter formula for a rectangle is 2 times length plus 2 times width. For the perimeter of a square is 4 times a side. And for a triangle, the perimeter is side A plus side B plus side C. And for any other, and actually for these as well, in any of these figures, just add up all the sides. That's the basic idea. Area formulas for a rectangle is length times width. For a square is side squared. For a triangle, base times height divided by 2. For the area of a circle, pi times r squared, or r times pi. For a parallelogram, you have base times height. And then for a trapezoid, your height times parentheses your small base plus your big base, and then divide that answer by 2. Now, for the triangle and for the parallelogram, your base has to be perpendicular to your height. Now, volume formulas. Volume starts with V. Don't use A or ASA or any of those. When you need volume, you had better start with a V. Now, for a rectangular box, length times width times height. And I didn't fix this. For the volume of a cube, it's a side cubed. And also here, the volume of a cylinder, your radius times your height times your pi. Now the volume of a sphere is 4 pi times radius cubed, and then divide that answer by 3. And then for a square pyramid, it's a side squared times your height, and then divide that by 3. Then for a cone, pi times radius squared times height divided by 3. Surface area of a rectangular box, 2 times length times width plus 2 times length times height plus 2 times width times height. Yuck. Then the surface area of a sphere is 4 times pi times radius squared. The one that's really icky is the surface area of a cylinder. 2 times pi times r times h plus 2 times pi times r squared. And then the area for a cube is 6 times side squared. Now, when you are given a formula, it's no big fat hairy deal. Just use it. Now, find the perimeter and the area of these polygons. Alright? Here, although only 2 sides have been given to us, it does have 4 sides. So if this is 3, this is also 3 inches. If this is 9 inches, this is also 9 inches. So perimeter, remember perimeter, we just add up our sides. So we say P is equal to 9 plus 3 plus 9 plus 3, which gives us 12 plus 12, which is 24 inches. Now, area of a rectangle, length times width. So area is 9 times 3. And because you're doing distance this direction and this direction at the same time, we get square inches. Now, because only one distance has been given to us, this is a square. even though it might be a little bit longer than it is wide. But it's still representing a square, even if it doesn't, the picture doesn't quite show it. The perimeter of a square is 4 times a side. So that gives us 4 times 7, which is 28 meters. Then area is a side squared, because length times width is the same thing as 7 times 7, so I could just say 7 squared, which is 49. And remember, area is squared units, so square meters. Next, perimeter. Well, this is 17, and I'll bet you that one's also 17, because they didn't give us both. So 17 plus 17 plus 20 gives us 17 plus 17, and I guess I need to turn my calculator on, and then plus 20 gives us 54 feet. And then the area of a triangle is your base times your height. Divide that by 2. Your base is 20. Remember, your height and your base have to be perpendicular to each other, or they have to meet at 90-degree angles. So 20 times 18, divide that answer by 2. 20 times 18, divide 2, gives us 180, and you would say square feet. Ooh, how you like this problem? Well, when these two pieces are missing, I like to take the shortcut, because this distance is the same as that distance. So if I count this plus this, I get all of 15. So my perimeter is 15 plus 15. And guess what? This distance is the same as this distance. So 7 plus this has to equal 10 feet. So plus 10 plus 10, and that gives us 50 feet. Now for the area, we have to split this into 2 pieces. Now I know that this part of it is 7 feet, and the whole thing is 10, so 10 minus 7 leaves us 3 feet for this part of it. And this tells us 9, so 9 times 3 gives us 27, and we hold on to that. Now, we know that's 7, and that's 15, so we take 15 times 7, and I'm going to cheat and use a calculator. That gives us 105. So for our area, we take 105 plus 27, and that gives us 132, and we have to say square feet. Now, for number last, we take, for perimeter, just add up your sides. So 13 plus 14 plus 14 plus 20, and I'm going to cheat. That gives us a total of 61 yards. Now area. The area formula for this is a trapezoid. A trapezoid has 2 parallel sides, and then it doesn't matter what the other 2 sides do, as long as they're not parallel. And our area formula is the height times little base plus big base. Divide that answer by 2. Well, my height is inside and it's perpendicular to both bases. So my height on this one is 13.5 yards. My little base is 13. My big base is 20. Then I have to divide that answer by 2. So 13.5 parenthesis 13 plus 20 close parenthesis, enter. Then divide by 2. And we get, let me go here, 222.75 square yards. And just like always, if you have questions, ask me.